Good day, everyone. We are the group Assets, composed of Rachelle Moralde, Shaznie Sugdan, Jhelien Sayo, and Shaira P. Today, we will giving you a brief introduction to microeconomics. So, microeconomics is a study of how individuals, households, and businesses make decisions about the allocation of limited resources. It focuses on the behaviors of consumers and producers in specific markets, analyzing how prices are set, how goods and services are exchanged, and how supply and demand intact.
The utility in economics refers to the satisfaction or happiness a person derives from consuming goods or services, while diminishing marginal utility means that as a person consumes more of the same good, the additional satisfaction from each extra unit decreases. An example for this concept is the first slice of pizza makes me happy, but the fourth doesn't feel as good anymore.
Costs, explicit and implicit. Two types of business expenses. Costs are the expenses that a business has to pay to keep running. There are two main kinds, which is the explicit cost and the implicit cost. Explicit cost is the actual payment. Examples are rent, salaries, and materials. Explicit cost are the expenses where money actually comes out, like rent, salaries, and materials. These are the things we can easily see because the business pays for them directly. Then, the implicit cost, no cash involved. So, examples is the owner's time, effort, and skills. Implicit costs are different from explicit cost because implicit cost they don't require money but they still count as costs. A good example is the owner's time and effort. If the owner works in the business without receiving a salary, that time could have been used to earn money somewhere else. That lost opportunity is considered an implicit cost. So next is the fixed cost and the variable cost. Fixed costs stay the same no matter how much the business sells. Rent is a perfect example because it doesn't change whether the business earns a lot or a little. Then the variable cost change with sales. Example is ingredients. So variable cost change depending on how much the business sells. Example is the milk tea shop sells more drinks, so it means it needs more ingredients. But if the sales go down, the cost of buying ingredients also decreases.
Production and profit. Production refers to how much output, like goods or services, a business creates, while profit is the money earned after subtracting costs. An example for this concept is imagine a small bakery in Manolo Fortich. With two bakers, they make 50 breads a day. Add two more, and they make 100 breads. Add four more, and they only reach 120 breads because the kitchen is crowded and they're bumping into each other. This shows how more workers don't always mean more profit. Businesses must find the right balance.
The factors of production are basic resources we use to make goods and services: land, labor, and capital. Land means all natural resources. For example, farmers use soil and water to grow rice, or companies mine minerals from the earth. Labor in human effort, both physical and mental. Example, think of teachers, education student, or baker making bread. Next is capital, refers to man-made tools and equipment. For example, a tractor on a farm, a computer in a office. or an oven in bakery are all capital.
A local bakery sells various types of bread and operates under key economic concepts that influence its business decision. Customers gain satisfaction or utility from each piece of bread, with the first piece of providing the highest satisfaction, while additional pieces lessen enjoyment due to diminishing marginal utility. The bakery's costs include explicit costs, such as payments for flour, sugar, baking powder, and employee wages, and implicit costs, like the owner's time and use of personal resources. Fixed costs, such as rent, utilities, taxes, and salaries, remain constant regardless of production levels, while variable costs, mainly raw materials that needed in production. The bakery's production involves baking and selling bread, and profit depends on the balance between total revenue and total cost. With rising sales, revenue increases, but due to diminishing utility, the bakery must strategically adjust prices or reduce costs to sustain profitability. The business also relies on the four factors of production. First, land or physical bakery location. Next, labor, employees baking and serving. Next, capital, equipment like ovens and mixers. And entrepreneurship, owner's decision on pricing, marketing, and product variety.
Overall, these concepts help us understand everyday decisions, from simple purchases to big business strategies. They show that economics is not just about numbers, but about choices, trade offs, and how people use resources wisely.